Good afternoon. I'm Ramona Robinson. I want to welcome you to this important milestone to the Sherwin-Williams Company for the region and in particular for the city of Cleveland. As an anchor for 30 years in Northeast Ohio, I have reported on many firsts in our city, and today is no exception. I'm so proud of what today's celebration symbolizes for the future of this iconic company, as well as the communities in Cleveland and across the region. Over the next 3 years, surface parking lots will be transformed into a state-of-the-art global headquarters for Sherwin-Williams, benefiting so many for decades to come. And if I could just take a moment to digress right here and just say something especially personal about Sherwin-Williams. When I think about the height of my career in Cleveland, I think about the television stations across this country, some of the biggest networks from New York to LA, who tried to woo and court me to come to work for them. And each time I said no, I wanted to stay and work in Cleveland. And a lot of people, a lot of my closest friends, especially my agent, said, "Are you crazy? Don't you want to go to New York like any other anchor? You would be a star." And I said, "No, I love Cleveland." And that's what I love about today's announcement. Sherwin-Williams, I know they were courted by different states, other cities who wanted them to come and build their global headquarters there. But they chose to stay here in Cleveland, in Northeast Ohio, and keep those jobs here. So can we just take a moment to thank them for that? Thank you, John. You know, for more than 155 years, Sherwin-Williams has called Northeast Ohio home. Today represents so much more than the official start of construction. It's a celebration. We're celebrating how one of the area's premier companies decided to stay and invest at home, which is vital to our community. We're celebrating how this headquarters campus will support customer needs around the world. We're celebrating the talented workforce we'll retain and the new people we'll attract. We're celebrating the broad and diverse group of companies and individuals that will be working on this project. And we're celebrating the ongoing economic impact this project will have on the community and region for years to come. It is my pleasure at this time to welcome Sherwin-Williams Chairman, President, and Chief Executive Officer John Morikis. He has served as CEO since January 2016 and Chairman since January 2017. Now, previously, Mr. Morikis served as the company's Chief Operating Officer. Prior to that, he was president of the Paint Stores Group and has served in key positions of increasing responsibility since joining Sherwin-Williams in 1984 in the company's management trainee program. Mr. Morikis is the first graduate of the company's management trainee program to become CEO in Sherwin-Williams' proud and storied history. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome me in welcoming John Morikis.
Thank you, Ramona. Let me start by welcoming you to the Sherwin-Williams Hall of Flags and to this very significant day, not only for our company, but also for our surrounding community. We'd hope to have the majority of you attend in person, but the health and safety of everyone is our priority. With the ongoing COVID pandemic, we made the decision to conduct this as a mostly virtual event, with only our speakers and a few audience members attending in person. In December of last year, Sherwin-Williams received approval from the City of Cleveland's Design Review Commission to proceed with construction of our new global headquarters campus. And while some initial preparations have occurred at the site, I'm excited to announce that today marks the official start of construction for our next generation workplace that includes a 2-story pavilion acting as the front porch to Public Square, a 36-floor office tower, and an attached multi-level parking garage. Currently, we operate out of this beautiful 90-year-old building, and while it's served us well over the years, it no longer meets our needs, nor the needs of our future. Our new headquarters symbolizes an investment in the future of our company and the future of Cleveland. It also reflects the confidence we have in the continued strength of Cleveland and the region, its people, and the many public partners' ability to deliver on their commitments. Today's celebration follows our recent groundbreaking ceremony for the other portion of our Building Our Future project, the building of our Research and Development Center being built in the city of Brecksville. We're here confident that this project will benefit all of our stakeholders for many decades to come, including our customers, our shareholders, our employees, and our community. We started on this journey several years ago, and while the challenges of the global pandemic temporarily slowed our progress, we're excited to be moving forward with renewed energy and renewed determination. Getting to this point in the project would not have been possible without the immense public-private partnership and support provided by numerous individuals and organizations that are committed to this community. In a few minutes, you'll hear from several of these representatives. I personally have had the opportunity to meet with many of them and appreciate their unwavering support and enthusiasm for our project. I want to also recognize our Ohio Governor, Mike DeWine, Lieutenant Governor John Husted, and County Executive Armin Budish for their partnership and commitment to our vision. They were fantastic throughout the entire process. We're fortunate to have strong leaders that share many of the same goals Sherwin-Williams has for Cleveland and the surrounding community, and are willing to work closely to keep companies like Sherwin-Williams and others in Northeast Ohio. I also want to take a moment to recognize all of the firms who are working with us to design and build our new campus thus far. While representatives from these firms were unable to join us here in person today, I know many are joining us virtually. We continue to appreciate their contributions and commitment to making our global headquarters a reality. And this is important to remember. We're still very early in this building process, with many decisions still to be made. The list of firms associated with this project will grow, and we look forward to providing many opportunities for a wide range of companies, including the participation of diverse firms, many right here in Northeast Ohio. Certainly none of this would have been possible without the 61,000 talented and dedicated Sherwin-Williams employees. I'm privileged, motivated, and humbled to lead the best team in the industry. Thank you for all that you do. Finally, I want to recognize our project team and our leadership team. Since announcing that Sherwin-Williams would remain in Cleveland, this group of accomplished individuals has been persistent in driving this project forward. No matter the challenge or barrier, this team found a way to overcome them with innovative thinking, laser focus, and tenacity. Thank you for your ongoing efforts in moving us to this important day. Sherwin-Williams has been proud to call Northeast Ohio home. More than 155 years ago, Henry Sherwin and Edward Williams started the Sherwin-Williams Company right here in the region. Over time, we expanded our presence both here and around the world. And to secure our continued growth, we knew we needed to create a best-in-class workspace that would help us recruit and retain the best talent, foster collaboration, and spur innovative thinking and creativity. This community continues to support us, and we continue to support our community. We're one of the region's top employers and drivers of economic activity. In Cuyahoga County, we have generated more than $4 billion in employee payroll and more than $140 million in tax revenue over the last 10 years. We've invested more than $20 million in charitable endeavors over that same period. And our employees are a good force of good as well, volunteering at over 400 nonprofit organizations, including more than 100 individuals that serve on local nonprofit boards. Sherwin-Williams is thrilled to have an opportunity to further impact the community. The Building Our Future project provides Sherwin-Williams the best long-term opportunity to serve our customers and retain and attract employees while investing in the economic future of Cleveland, Northeast Ohio, and its people. We're creating a workplace environment that further ignites creativity, collaboration, and industrial leading innovation. In addition, the new headquarters offers more opportunities to celebrate the Sherwin-Williams brand, as well as acting as a catalyst for future development in and around its new campus. Building our new global headquarters in downtown Cleveland was important to the company. We were courted, but we wanted to be here. It allows Sherwin to build upon our legacy as one of the city's top employers and drivers of economic activity, as well as community supporters. It also reflects our confidence in the strength of the city and, importantly, in its people, today and beyond. 3 blocks in the heart of downtown Cleveland will be transformed into the new headquarters campus for Sherwin-Williams. The campus includes a learning and development pavilion to be located on site directly fronting Public Square, an office tower sited prominently on the corner of Superior Avenue and West 3rd Street, a parking garage, and space dedicated for future expansion and development. Sherwin-Williams hosts thousands of visitors annually at our headquarters. The new pavilion and visitor lobby will create a welcoming presence with entrances facing Public Square and West 3rd Street, and landscape plazas complementing Public Square. The pavilion will promote the Sherwin-Williams brand in the heart of the city, and the 36-story office tower will be a prominent and striking addition to Cleveland's skyline. With construction underway for both our new headquarters and R&D center in Northeast Ohio, it's an exciting time for Sherwin-Williams, and we're excited about the impact these facilities will have on the future of our community. We'll be investing a minimum of $600 million to build both facilities, with more than $300 million for the headquarters project. We'll be keeping a total of 3,500 jobs here in Cleveland, with approximately 3,100 of those jobs located at the global headquarters. These are vital and impactful positions required to serve the needs of our customers. We'll be adding a minimum of 400 new jobs over time between these two facilities. We'll be driving ongoing economic activity with generating incremental tax revenues for the city and schools for the cities of Brecksville and Cleveland, Cuyahoga County, the state of Ohio, and the Port Authority. And we'll be creating thousands of construction worker jobs. When we work together, we all benefit. As we do in our daily operations and have done since the inception of our company, on every aspect of the Building Our Future project, Sherwin-Williams will continue to do what is right. We're committed to fostering inclusion, diversity, and equity to impact positively our culture, our employees, and communities we serve. It's vital to the long-term success of our company and the building of our future project. Over the last year, we've taken steps to work with the City of Cleveland, the City of Brecksville, community leaders and trade partners to positively impact the local economy by providing workforce opportunities for the community. We've already awarded contracts to multiple minority-owned and women-owned businesses, as well as small businesses, and there will be many more opportunities for diverse firms to participate in the months ahead. In addition, we expect to provide considerable diverse workforce opportunities on the project, as well as in the ongoing operations of the company. In 2022, we will advance this commitment in the Building Our Future project through formal partnerships and collaborations. This includes planned, meaningful engagements with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland and the Hispanic Business Center, to name just a few. Henry Sherwin once said, "What's worth doing is worth doing well." That's exactly what we intend to do as we build our future together with all of you. Today's celebration represents the promise of tomorrow for Sherwin-Williams and for Cleveland. Sherwin-Williams has been inspiring and improving the world by coloring and protecting what matters for more than 155 years. And we're just getting started. Thank you for joining us today as we celebrate our new global headquarters, and we look forward to welcoming you back to our official ribbon-cutting ceremony in 2024. Thank you.
John, thank you so much for those words. I would now like to invite Mr. William Chilton to say a few words. Mr. Chilton is a founding principal at Picard Chilton, a global architecture studio located in New Haven, Connecticut, that designs innovative buildings and transformative environments that deliver value and inspire community. In addition to the Sherwin-Williams Building Our Future project, Mr. Chilton has directed projects for leading corporate and institutional clients worldwide, including Dominion Energy's headquarters in Richmond, Virginia, Eaton Center in Beechwood, the ExxonMobil Global Campus in Houston, and a mixed-use high-rise in Tokyo, Japan. Please welcome Mr. Chilton.
Thank you, Ramona. On July 22nd, 1796, General Moses Cleveland and a team arrived at the mouth of the Cuyahoga River. General Cleveland surveyed the land and determined that it was an ideal location for a new capital city for the Connecticut Western Reserve, and began making plans for what was to become the city of Cleveland. School teachers Job Phelps Stiles and his wife Talitha were two of only three original settlers that winter of 1796. Their cabin was located on a 2-acre site between Superior and Frankfort at the corner of West 6. The site of Sherwin-Williams' new corporate headquarters. General Cleveland and the Stiles family were bold in their vision and unequivocal in their commitment to the city. These same attributes have underpinned Sherwin-Williams' desire to build their new home, which on the site which is arguably the most important urban site in the United States. The missing piece, the one remaining parcel on Public Square. Public Square marks the center of the city. The original town plan called for a 9.5-acre parcel to be bisected by Superior and Ontario. And it was based on a traditional town green and intended to serve as a grazing area and a common meeting place. The mall, designed in 1903, challenged Public Square for the title of city center. The mall was surrounded by civic buildings, from the City Hall to the County Courthouse to the Public Library. However, with the construction of Terminal Tower and the relocation of the Higbee's department store in the 1930s, Public Square reemerged as the center of the city. With Sherwin-Williams' decision to build their new headquarters on this site, the fourth side of Public Square will be completed. The headquarters will reflect Sherwin-Williams' brand, its mission, its values, and increase employee engagement and encourage innovation and teamwork. To realize this charge on this site, in the city's historic heart, is a responsibility for which we have all been called stewards. With today's celebration and commencement of construction, Sherwin-Williams begins the next chapter of Public Square, the next chapter in the city's history. 3 blocks in the heart of downtown Cleveland will be transformed into their new headquarters campus. As Mr. Maricas shared, the pedestrian-oriented pavilion will be Sherwin-Williams' front porch, connected by Skybridge over West 3rd Street to the 36-story headquarters tower. The tower will further define the magnificent skyline of Cleveland and provide employees with state-of-the-art flexible workplace. A double-height lobby will face West 3rd and Superior, and the second and third levels of the tower will house employee amenities and outdoor roof terraces. The garage will accommodate parking for approximately a quarter of the campus employees and include ground-level retail. And Frankfort Avenue will be transformed to an enhanced pedestrian connection between West 3rd and West 6th, linking Public Square with the Warehouse District. Architecture should speak to our aspirations as well as serve as a reflection of our values. Louis Sullivan, the late 19th century, early 20th century Chicago architect, and credited as the father of the skyscraper, published a series of articles a century ago in the Cleveland-based journal, The Interstate Architect and Builder, and in which he wrote, quote, "Our architecture reflects us as truly as a mirror." Simply stated, Sherwin-Williams' new home reflects the company's values, values that are embedded in the design, but more importantly are reflected in each of the employees we have met and worked with throughout the project. Not surprisingly, Sherwin-Williams' values and vision have fueled the team's inspiration and commitment. Transformative projects like Sherwin-Williams' new headquarters are akin to an Amish barn raising, where a committed group of people, bound by a common purpose and a compelling vision, come together, and in this process, they build community. With the celebration of a barn raising, the Amish demonstrate the principle, many hands make light work. While the design and construction of Sherwin-Williams' new home is by no means light work, it is the work of many hands. As the creation of this project is not the work of an individual, of course, but the integrative, collaborative, and sometimes messy work of the client and the consultants and the contractors all working together. It is also the result of a public and private partnership, working together. And to this point, the city has been a tremendous partner, and specifically working with planning and design review and the city agencies, that the project's success to date has been absolutely integral to that partnership. Buildings are foremost about people. The early 20th century American architect and planner Daniel Burnham, responsible for numerous national landmarks like New York's Flatiron Building or Union Station in Washington, D.C., and most notably, the Mall in downtown Cleveland, was attributed with the following remark, quote, "Make no little plans. They have no magic to stir men's hearts. Make big plans, high in hope and work, and let your watchword be order and your beacon beauty." Over a century later, these words still resonate and will be realized over the next few years as Sherwin-Williams' new home takes shape on the skyline and in the hearts of employees and of the public, honoring the bold vision and unequivocal commitment of General Cleveland, and the Stiles family in 1796. Thank you.
Thank you, William. Next, we'll hear from newly elected Cleveland Mayor Justin Bibb, who became the city's 58th mayor earlier this month. He's the first new mayor since 2005, and at 34, one of the youngest to hold the position. Mr. Mayor, I'm feeling really old right now. Don't you dare come up here and say I came to your class when you were in second grade. That's what I hear mostly from 30-something-year-olds. But as mayor, his focus will be working to improve public safety, invest in neighborhoods, and modernize City Hall. Over the past 15 years, Bibb has worked in government, business, and the nonprofit sector as an executive and nonprofit leader. Please help me welcome Mayor Justin Bibb.
Thank you, Ramona, for that wonderful introduction. I was just with my cousin Leon Bibb earlier today, so I'll give him your greetings. You know, as I was thinking about today's historic occasion, today is a day of many firsts. This is my first groundbreaking as mayor. I never thought it'd be virtual, but we are living in the world of COVID-19. And, you know, as a native son of Cleveland, I've had the privilege to not only just travel the country, but travel the world. And whenever I was in New York, D.C., Brazil, or London, when I saw that Sherwin-Williams logo, I knew I was seeing a symbol of Cleveland. I was seeing a symbol of home. And as you know, John, life and business is all about choices. And as we reflect on our journey to this moment here today, there was a lot of competition to make sure that we could keep you right here in Cleveland. Dallas was competing, Atlanta was competing, but Sherwin believed in the promise of Cleveland, and that's why you chose Cleveland to remain your global corporate headquarters. And as the mayor, I'm grateful for your investment and commitment to our fair city. And as we claw our way out of this pandemic and do everything we can as a city and as a region and as a state to build the most inclusive comeback in our city's history, I believe this investment is an important step towards making that vision a reality. Today's announcement is historic. Just last week, we saw that Intel is going to be investing in Columbus. And as we think about the future of the economy, it's not going to be in Silicon Valley or New York. The future of America is going to be rooted in Ohio, and America's comeback starts right here in Cleveland, Ohio. And Sherwin-Williams, with our partnership, with my administration, working together with my colleagues at City Council, I believe we can make this project a model for America in terms of equity, in terms of economic inclusion, and in terms of how do we truly build a public-private partnership that prioritizes having a triple bottom line of investing in our people. So again, John, thank you for your investment and commitment to Cleveland. We won't let you down at City Hall. We appreciate you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor. Congresswoman Shontel Brown. She is committed to delivering results for the people of Ohio's 11th Congressional District. She was elected to the House of Representatives in 2021. Congresswoman Brown is a permanent member of the House Agriculture Committee. She also serves on the House Committee on Oversight and Reform, and she is an active member of several congressional caucuses. Please welcome Congresswoman Brown. I think we're Instagram friends too, aren't we? I love your posts.
Thank you. Likewise. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here with Sherwin-Williams CEO, John Marikas, and hear remarks from my friend, the Mayor, Justin Bibb, and others that will follow. Thank you, Mr. Marikas and your team, for inviting me to join this celebration today. I congratulate Sherwin-Williams for embarking on this major project that will keep its global headquarters right here in our city of Cleveland. Your commitment to continuing the company's 155-year history here in Northeast Ohio will clearly support your corporate goals and should only result in increased benefits to our communities, including our African American and other communities of color. What I have heard about the headquarters and the research and development projects promise to result in imposing facilities and a headquarters building that will further enhance our downtown footprint and skyline. As a proud Clevelander, I am excited about that. As I congratulate Sherwin-Williams on this major investment in the city of Cleveland and Northeast Ohio, I want to ensure my constituents and assure them that when informed of this project, I asked some tough questions about diversity, equity, and inclusion that will benefit the African American community and other communities of color. I wanted to ensure that the economic benefits, both short and long term, would reach communities that often do not get to share in the tangible and intangible impact of such major projects valued at hundreds of millions of dollars. I am pleased to say that Sherwin-Williams has assured me that they are committed to a level of equity that will benefit these communities now and in the future. As evidence of their good faith commitment, I understand that Sherwin-Williams has a third party on board, an African American and Hispanic-owned firm, to monitor and report on the distribution of dollars among diverse communities and entities as this project evolves and progresses. Having also hired an African American communications firm and engaging with employees on issues of diversity and inclusion, I have been reassured that Sherwin-Williams, starting with you, Mr. Maricas, is determined to walk the walk and not just talk the talk of diversity, equity, and inclusion. I am just as excited about witnessing those results as I am about seeing the completed projects in the coming years. I hope that Sherwin-Williams' inclusion efforts may serve as a model for others investing in Northeast Ohio and other communities around the country. Thank you, Mr. Maricas, Sherwin-Williams Board, your employees, and other stakeholders for continuing to support and continuing to engage with our great city and its communities and Northeast Ohio generally by building on your history here with the promising project and your plan to expand opportunities. I look forward to continuing to work with you and your team and wish you much success on your major investment. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Representative Brown. Now we'd like Ohio State Representative Terrence Upchurch to say a few words. He is currently serving his second term representing District 10. Representative Upchurch is focused on reversing the impact constituents have felt from reduced community resources. Now, this includes rebuilding crumbling infrastructure, ensuring students receive a quality education, and increasing Ohio's local government fund. He believes we can once again lead the nation in innovation and sustainability. Please help me welcome Representative Upchurch.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to be brief. I first of all want to thank Sherwin-Williams for their dedication and commitment to our community. As the mayor mentioned earlier, there was competition, but you all demonstrated that you don't just believe in the city of Cleveland, but you believe in our people here in Cleveland. And we see that by the wide range amount of diversity that's taking place in this project. You know, we talk about the recovery is going to start here in Cleveland, like the mayor said, and he's absolutely right. This is just the beginning, and we're at a very critical juncture to continue to build upon this investment and further growth and impact the quality of lives of the residents of the city of Cleveland. So with that being said, I just want to thank Sherwin-Williams again. I want to thank everybody for coming out, and we appreciate your commitment, and let's continue to build. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Cleveland Ward 6 Councilman and Council President Blaine Griffin represents one of Cleveland's most diverse wards, encompassing the east side neighborhoods of Fairfax, Larchmere, Little Italy, Woodland Hills, and parts of Buckeye Shaker University Circle, North Broadway, Slavic Village, and Union Miles. Prior to serving on council, Councilman Griffin had been executive director of the city's Community Relations Board for 11 years, focused on improving cross-cultural relations throughout the city. The Community Relations Board also oversees police community relations and youth initiatives. Aren't you tired? Blaine, you've been doing a lot. Let's hear from Councilman and Council President Griffin.
Thank you so much to my good friend, Ramona Robinson. As you said earlier, I was sitting there thinking, and I joked with Mr. Upchurch, when did I become the old guy in the room? But I'm honored and privileged really to be here today with all of this new leadership and this new energy in the city of Cleveland. And I first want to thank Sherwin-Williams and Mr. Marikas and Mr. Chilton and Honorable Mayor Bibb, as well as my Congresswoman Chantel Brown, also State Rep Upchurch, and my good friend and my right hand, the Majority Leader for City Council, and also the Downtown Councilman, Kerry McCormick. It's truly an honor and privilege to be here today, and the reason why is because Cleveland is a compilation of stories. And Sherwin's 155-year story is embedded in the psyche of the city of Cleveland. So I'm excited to be here today, not just because of the presence that they're bringing with $4 billion in commitments over 10 years from 2009 to 2019, and also $140 million annually in taxes that their employees bring, but also their presence. It's important, as Mayor Bibb said, for the psyche of our community when we go to other cities and countries and we see a symbol of Cleveland being represented throughout our world. And that's so critical. I want to say when Sherwin-Williams, much to my Congresswoman Brown's points, when they first engaged me, their whole conversation was, how can we benefit the community? How can there be a community benefit in place? What can we do to make sure that the intimate details of what we need to provide for the city of Cleveland are in place? Their team worked incessantly with us and have committed to work with us in the future to continue to make sure that we are not just checking the boxes, but that we're really making sure that we have diversity, equity, and inclusion in the city of Cleveland. This is a proud moment for the city of Cleveland. It's a proud moment because we get to keep one of our true stories here in the city of Cleveland. As I told Mr. Marikas when we met, I happen to think Cleveland is a great place. I happen to think that they made an excellent choice to stay here in the city of Cleveland. While everybody talks about how great these other cities are, this city, our city, my city, your city, it deserves this headquarters. Cleveland is a big city, but it's a small town. We all know each other. We all recognize how important these kind of investments are, but we also recognize how important it is for everybody to benefit in the city of Cleveland. So we stand here as partners. I like what Mayor Bibb said. We won't let you down at 601 Lakeside in Cleveland City Hall. We're going to be good partners, and we're also going to make sure that this community ought to know that there were some tough questions that were asked, and we feel that we are going to have a great return on our investment because, once again, they didn't just bring their presence, they're also bringing their presence here to the city of Cleveland. So on behalf of all of us at Cleveland City Council, we thank you. This is a great day, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of the Sherwin-Williams story. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Council President. And now we'll hear from Kerry McCormick, also a member of Cleveland City Council representing Ward 3. McCormick assumed office in 2016, was re-elected in 2021, and is currently serving a term which ends on January 5th, 2026. Please welcome Councilman McCormick.
Good afternoon, everyone, and just want to thank my colleagues and friends today for their words. Clearly, they saved the best for last, which is evident here today. But as was noted, my name is Kerry McCormick, and I have the privilege of serving downtown Cleveland and the near west side on Cleveland City Council. I also had the opportunity of serving on the Community Advisory Board of Sherwin-Williams' new corporate headquarters in downtown Cleveland. It was through that process that we went back and forth and engaged on how this investment in the city, middle of our city center would look. Excitingly, that result came out to be taking 3 surface parking lots that in the middle of our downtown neighborhood, many that would describe as cancerous because of the holes they leave in the middle of our downtown community, whether you're a pedestrian or you're getting to the warehouse district. And instead of those 3 surface parking lots, the future headquarters, the vibrant, exciting future headquarters of Sherwin-Williams will rise, which is so, so exciting. This is a downtown neighborhood that is the largest job concentration in the state of Ohio, with approximately 100,000 people coming into the neighborhood every single day to go to work. It's a neighborhood that over the past 20 years has seen 20,000 residents move into it and call home. We also know that it's a neighborhood that sees millions of visitors every single year. There is no doubt that we've seen progress in our downtown neighborhood and across the city of Cleveland. The efforts of the people standing around us today to ensure that justice and equity is being seen and felt around our city is palpable. But let me be clear, by no means are we resting on the progress that we've made in downtown Cleveland or across the city of Cleveland. Ms. Marikas, and to our business community and folks across the city of Cleveland, never have I seen in my lifetime an alignment of federal, state, and local partners, of our business community, of our nonprofit sector, to come together and ask the question of how we can work together to move our city forward. We are truly seeing unprecedented alignment in this city. And what that means is that we are bullish about the future of the city of Cleveland and her well-being, from social, environmental, and racial equity to job growth and population growth, to ensuring that as we move forward, as the mayor noted, that folks locate and grow their businesses in Northeast Ohio and the city of Cleveland. So again, on behalf of the downtown community, our residents, our employees, we thank Sherwin-Williams for this significant investment, for putting that stamp that this is our home and this is where we're going to invest. And as has been noted before, the community council, the mayor, we will continue to stand here as a partner to ensure that not only Sherwin-Williams builds this beautiful new headquarters, but that you continue to be a meaningful and connected member and community member in downtown Cleveland. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Councilman. That concludes today's presentation. On behalf of Mr. Marikas, I would like to thank you for joining us to signify what is sure to be a remarkable journey here in Cleveland for Sherwin-Williams and the region. I want to give a special recognition to all of the dignitaries attending today's event, and thank you for your wonderful remarks today. We look forward to seeing everyone again, hopefully without these masks, in 2024 for the ribbon cutting. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone.